Good morning. Good evening. It's Friday night.
Almost my bedtime.
There is no premiere. There is no premiere.
Yeah.
But we're here. So I have work tomorrow for the main gig, and she didn't want to go live alone again. So we decided to go live tonight. So there will be
It's not that I wouldn't. It's just I feel like you guys need a little him too.
Yeah, there will be no Saturday morning live unless she pops on. You never know with her. She likes to go rogue.
I've been working so hard at doing his job too, so I don't want to do all the work.
Yeah, hate to swallow my pride this week, but I mean, glass half full on this one, right? Everything we have sold this week, we have been selling a lot, is through her. I have not sold a damn thing. But glass half full.
He'll get to all those sales.
I'm not getting through anything.
Wait, you can't push pride out of the way to list all the things that we
she
sold.
Wouldn't have nothing to sell if it wasn't for me. Right? Because he goes out there and buys things. Who goes out, fixes things, and who does the Pate's performance, touch on them. It's not possible without me.
So how come you didn't steal the deals then?
No, I just, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Oh my God. Let's just go through the chat.
And for anyone who says, oh, it's because she's a woman, unless somehow Offer Up knows my fingers are a woman. Nope. Had nothing to do with that.
Good evening, Ken. How are you?
Kenny, I'm gonna go get my mom's tomorrow. Oh, I want you to bring up the pots, please.
Okay, so I've been busy. I saw you had a nice time with your family on Instagram. Great that you guys had a great time in New Haven. Get pictures of Potty Mouth, his wife, his daughter. I'm glad you guys had a good time.
That's so cute.
Rich, how you doing? How's all? Mr. Handy Oakley, how are you from Flint, Michigan?
Oh, my love bug, how are you?
You guys getting ready for snow?
It's probably getting chilly though, right? Nippy there.
Mr. Oakley, do you do what we do in any formal way? If snow, if
he can't even say so without snow.
If so,
that's cute.
Are you guys selling snowblowers? Believe it or not, my youngest apprentice, who I hold near and dear to my heart, he is 11 years old, and they are in Michigan. Right, you guys are talking to each other.
You're not capable of reading.
I'm tired.
Oh my. Oh, Jamie.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you? So I guess since we're having a Friday Night Live, I guess a lot of you guys who don't make it in the morning are here. Glad you guys like to have it.
It's not a premiere though, but you could still have some popcorn.
Yes.
Oh, my mom, when she was alive, boy, oh boy, she used to sometimes have one of us kids go to the movie theater just to pick up a movie theater butter popcorn.
What is this?
Oh, guys and gals, if you have never tried this is something called kefir. You could buy this at Trader Joe's or like even a Whole Foods. Even I'm sure the grocery stores carry it, but this is really good for the gut. It's a probiotic. Really settles the stomach. Really, truthfully, even if you don't even have any gut issues, it's really good for digestive support. They say like one of these a day is really fantastic if you're not taking a probiotic, but this one's really tasty. It's like an orange mango peach from Trader Joe's. That's actually on my to-do list tomorrow too. I need to get some grocery shopping done tomorrow.
Mr. Bold Eagle, how you doing? Let's get this weekend started with a great, awesome live stream.
All these love bugs in a row. Holy cow. I'm like fangirling right now.
Mr. McDonald, how are you? Wow. A lot of heavy hitters here.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm excited by the lineup.
Rainy day here in Iowa. So what day do we have a rainy day?
We have one coming up later in the day for Sunday, Roger.
Did we have one this week too?
If I'm being so honest with you, for both of us, the week was a blur. Holy cow.
Well, did we have rain this week? 72 years since, yeah. So it'd be like cold in the morning and pretty hot during the day, and then it cools off at night. So it's pretty interesting how you drive in the morning.
You don't even know how to dress.
How you drive in the morning with the heat on, and then you drive home with the AC on. So that's how it goes here.
You know, you leave in the morning all bundled up, and then you're sweating bullets in your panties by the end of the day.
And it's getting darker earlier. So we're waking up in the dark, and now it's terrible.
And this guy, he's so tired earlier now. I'm blaming everything on Mercury retrograde until October 18th.
Yeah. So I forgot one day this week. I'm like, honey. I have to go to bed. I was in bed by 9 o'clock. The alarm went off at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the hell happened? Where did the time
Mercury retrograde. Go? If anyone hasn't read up on it, just for interest's sake, September 27th to October 18th, look up what Mercury retrograde means. Franco, I love that you're in the gym.
Putting the muscles behind the mullet, baby.
Hold on. Are you pumping some iron? Is that what you're doing? I love it. Pump that iron. I love you, Franco.
Rainbow all day.
Do you, honey.
Good excuse to stay home and do nothing. And it makes the grass grow. We love some good rain.
We love a good rainy day. Although the last rainy day we had, oh my God. So we're not big on TV because we just never get a chance to. But usually, like, I'll be honest, he picks some really good movies when we do sit down to watch them. But the last time we sat down to watch movies, we were a disaster.
When we watched Jaws, Jaws was good.
No, but the very last time, guys, we watched something called like Hubie's Halloween with like Adam Sandler. That was
your pick.
It was like Hubie Dubois.
That was your pick.
And then later on, he put some like hippie dippy movie on.
My idiot brother.
Well, I'm not going to say anything not nice, but long story short, it was like, I don't want to say anything to like offend anyone, but like we're watching it and the remote, we're like, what just happened? We're like, oh my God, this is terrible. But like, you know, when you spiral out of control with like one of those movies, you're like, am I really watching this? This is terrible. Oh wait, now I can't stop. It's like a train wreck. Like you just cannot stop. We watched like 2 of those kind of movies back to back, and we were like so shameful that we like kept watching. So yeah, it was just one of those rainy kind of days the last time we watched TV. Kaiser Dog, good to see you.
Hope all is well. Mr. Shelley, how are you? How are you doing? You and your weed whacker. I hope you guys are doing well. Mr. Where is...
Oh my God, I'm so tired.
Happening.
I was like, I hope you're whacking your weeds, Shelley.
Like Dane, Andy, Jason, I got some bad news. The GF wanted the mug on. She put...
Hold on. This is worth displaying. Leg day and ab day. Jason, I got some bad news. The girlfriend wanted the mullet gone. She put up with it all summer. I cut it before school.
Wow. I found another girlfriend.
You're going to lose yours in your sleep one day. I told you before a little one comes along because I don't want them to think daddy's a Muppet baby. If one of our kids, listen, I told him if one of the kids are born and the first song they start singing is dun, 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 cast your fears away, worries for another day, cast your fears away, down on Fraggle Rock. Down on Fraggle Rock.
That's not, I'm not familiar.
Who remembers Fraggle Rock as a kid? I don't want my kids to think, daddy's Kermit's best friend or something.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't even relate.
Oh, come on, Hubie. I call him Hubie now from the movie. Are you just skipping all over the comments?
I don't know what's going on here.
Come on. People are talking about Hanukkah. Wait, hold on. We missed a few comments. Oh my gosh. I can't trust you with the clicker. Hold on here, pal. It feels odd watching without my cup of coffee. Bald Eagle, I personally,
I know people that drink coffee all day long.
Yes,
Uncle Johnny.
God bless. And I don't know how they go to sleep after a certain time. I personally, I know you're going to think this is weird. I stopped drinking coffee about a month and a half ago. Can I tell you guys something? It was aggravating my tummy in the morning. And I got to tell you, I've never felt better not drinking it. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't really irk. It doesn't irk my stomach anymore, not having it. And I actually have now like my little Young Living energy drink in the morning and I'm good to go. Yes, Ken, Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. I gotta say, Adam Sandler's got some funny stuff out there. Listen, that Hubie's Halloween on Netflix. Like, if you're just looking for some silly slapstick humor, he had some heavy hitters in this movie that's on Netflix. Like, it was a good time. I mean, listen, it was mindless. We wanted to not have to think. Oh boy, we lost some brain cells that particular day, but it was funny. It was good. Let's just see. Yes, we lost about 20 IQ points watching
Which
it.
one?
Both, probably. Both. So we're 40 down.
You must watch Used Cars.
Oh, yes, we have.
Which movie is that?
Isn't Used Cars that wait, are you talking about like the restoration car show?
No, there's an actual TV show called Used Cars.
Oh,
I mean, not a movie.
I'm sorry.
So we'll keep that.
Okay. Guess what? My weed whacker is broken and I need help fixing. It does. Profile is missing. I don't know where this, but despite Parksville broke and then I needed a new one.
Oh, get a new one. I mean, you use the heck out of yours.
It.
Yeah, you use the heck out of it. Don't even bother.
Have you ever thought of going electric, Shelly? Here's a thought. Oh, Thomas, honey, I know how. Oh my God, Thomas, you are the hardest working man, and you showed up, dude.
Oh, please. Please.
Stop. He's working 2 jobs now, man.
Yeah.
Thomas, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so much. A little nair in his cap ought to do it.
I already have nair. I'm sure.
Well, that's what happened here.
That's what I'm going to use. I like that. I had hair until she put nair.
Dave, what's happening, man?
What's going on, Dave? How are you?
Oh my goodness, how many fun people. Iron Duke, how are you, sweetheart?
Nice.
Oh. Oh my God, my eardrum.
How do you guys like that video? I know you guys like it a lot because you guys like to watch her more than me. So that's what I need to do. I need to bust out a few dance moves. I'm okay with that. I've practically done everything on this channel, right?
Well, you don't sell. You don't get many views. You want to dish it? You got to take it, sweetheart. You want to dish it? Wait, hold on.
You had one good week, which is probably a phenomenal week.
Wait, one good week? Oh, please, sweetheart.
Which would probably be the best week you've ever had.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You sure you want to say
this will probably be the best week we've ever had. Because you know the snowblowers don't count. The snowblowers don't count.
Wait, stop.
Well, we snow. Hold on,
guys.
I sold the 40 snowblowers in 24 hours. That doesn't count because that'll never happen.
I'm coming back for you.
Oh.
Wait, So guys and gals, we'll get to what we sold this week so far. But here's the thing. In my sales this week, I had snowblowers, lawnmowers, and potentially something else, but I don't want to give it away just yet. So that pretty much just leaves weed whackers, maybe backpack blowers. So that's like 90% of what we sell. So what are you trying to say? Oh, love. What I tell you, this isn't about me. It's us, honey. Everything I do for us.
You would have nothing to sell if it wasn't for me. So how about that?
And how many backpack blowers have I brought home? How many things? Honey, you have to get over this like Chris sold it all. Don't think of it like that. We sold it.
That's right, because I have to do the deal.
Go stop with the I. Teamwork. Team.
Can't spell team without me.
That's me. Remember, we talked about this. Now, Paul, you and I are supposed to be friends. The mister and I had to talk about you don't take I told him I'm going to block him out the house camera footage. Right now, he knows how to get into it. Guess what he doesn't have anymore? The password to get into the house camera. No more. And from now on, I want written permission for whatever goes. I'm going to have my agent contact him from now on.
So she dances during the day and tutors at night.
That could not be further from the truth. But anyway, enough out of you. You said way too much already. Oh, so used cars is like a funny movie. We have to check out what that is. Oh, that sounds funny. Backyard garage. Do you think you'll continue working on lawn tractors? Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't say the work. I'll continue selling them as long as he continues working on them.
So we tried buying a lawn tractor tonight, and it just didn't work out. I don't think the lady wanted to wait for me. I understand it's a good deal. But if she does sell it, no big deal. There's a couple others we have our eye on, and we'll go from there. So yes, we will continue to work on lawn tractors. I don't know when I'm going to cut it off. No, we do have to keep that in mind because storage is an issue with us when it comes to lawn tractors. Backyard Garage, welcome to the channel. We answered your question. Now you have to answer ours.
Ask the question.
Where are you from, and do you get snow?
And
you are a real good sports old man. I like you. Okay.
Is he the old man? I think so. I think he's referring to you. You definitely.
People here.
People here are hundos looking at me like a moron because I'm dying.
Oh.
Aw. Franco, it's not about how big. Wait, no, that's something. I was going to say it's about the motion in the ocean, but that's something else. So, oops, wrong topic. Franco, the motion in the ocean has something to do with something else. Never mind. You just grunt a lot. I always heard in the gym, you grunt. I need my coffee in the morning. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got to tell you, it wasn't easy. It really wasn't. I would say about 5 or 6 days, I had like migraine after migraine, but it does get better. It really does.
And what about the bathroom?
Listen, I got nothing to hide. You know what was happening every morning? Don't even. Should we talk about the other day, you getting in the shower and then, oh, Chris, I forgot this, and you open up the toilet from the shower? Like, who does that? Finish your business.
I'll talk about it. I don't care. There's no shame in my game.
Guys, everybody plug your ears. Small children around, hide
So
them,
anyway, go back to
please.
Will. How are you? Congratulations, you got a really good snowblower. That MTD 826 is a phenomenal machine. That is triple belted from the factory, ahead of its time. Definitely want to keep that paint nice and clean. Troy Built Red will work phenomenal with that. I posted that picture on your post on Facebook. That machine that I restyled and restored was a lot worse than what you had. A wire wheel works great. And then I took down the rest. But obviously, like I said, I meant it in that post that people were making comments. That snowblower is in great hands with you. I didn't know you get snow. So, I mean, listen, I hope you use it.
Bald Eagle hates when he's sweating bullets in his panties too. Yeah, it's a rough one. You don't want to ever sweat bullets in your panties. Definitely not. Bald Eagle, I love you so much. Movie, I want to make sure. I know I missed.
Wait, what did you do?
I missed. Well, you went blazing past an Arian's neck tattoo for the both of you.
Per se.
You should have per se added to yours. Definitely. Little tidbit. The missus doesn't have any tattoos. That would be a first one. Aw, Jonathan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I didn't shower before the live, but you know.
God, he had plenty of time. He could have. But thank you, Jonathan. That's a very nice compliment. Moving right along, making sure I'm not missing. Moving along. Hold on. Nice moves. Thank you. Let's see. You're a good sport. Hondas, coffee. Friday night took me by surprise. I'm at work, had to do my audits and make coffee. Yeah, you know what it was? I just didn't want to have you guys miss out on both of us again. And truthfully, tomorrow morning when he's working, I'm gonna get up super early and I got stuff I need to get done too. So you know what? Instead of missing out on a live, I figured like at least get us now, and you know we look forward to you guys each week. You know what I'm saying? So at least it's our together time. Brando, no problem. We love you. Brando, did you ever find your 7/16? What was it? His ratchet socket. I hope you. Is your gear wrench? like, I'd help you look, but you're like a wee bit far away. So I hope you found it.
very organized. So for him to lose it, he must have left it in some.
Well, he was looking for hours, so I'm like, oh no, I felt so bad. Let's see. What? Dog pees on painter's face, a classic. Wait, is this a movie, Ken? Like, what? Did I miss some? Ken, you and I can relate on a lot of different levels. You might have just surpassed me on this one. I'm a little lost on this one. I just recently saw, this is what I love to see. And you know what, Bold Eagle? Rich from Mowers and Blowers Outdone, he does have an awesome personality. He is a great channel to watch. If anyone here is new, he is phenomenal. Love it.
2,000 pounds, man. Holy crap.
2,000 pounds of pumpkins? Yeah.
One pumpkin was 2,000.
Oh my God. Thomas, this is my last slime stream for a while. I work on Saturdays now. Thomas, not for him, but for me. Pop in and out though, please. I love you. And he does too. She was busting a move on the house cam. Well, Ken, now clearly.
So she's so worried about what people, think, right? What about our neighbors? Like, hello?
Okay, first of all, listen, I like to also keep this politically correct. The one neighbor to our left wouldn't be interested in me. Fly. I'm like Mr. Miyagi with these. The neighbor to our left is only interested in you. The neighbor to our right, now that their 40-something-year-old son finally met someone, I don't know how, they no longer ask me to leave you to date their son. And the man across the street, only leaves to get his mail. So honestly, I might have possibly provided entertainment for him. So who exactly are you concerned about? Sincerely. Truly, there is no one. No, I like gas-powered weed whackers. Do you know? No, I didn't know. And I'll be honest with you, Chris, we also were a totally gas-powered household ourselves. And then we got on the whole electric bandwagon, and we love a lot of our equipment that's electric-powered. So Jason dancing in his thong. Roger, if you look back in some of our videos, the mister is in,
American flag shorts.
Something close enough. And I might be directing a power washer at these American flag shorts. And Roger, you might have to wash your eyes out with acid to get through the remaining parts of this video. So a thong, Roger, you might never ever sleep ever again. So I think that video I put out with the pressure washer was as deep as you want to go into this.
If you guys didn't know this by now, I'm fearless. So I will do anything on camera. I'm okay with that.
David, we love you as much as you love us. And you know what? I hope your new job is going great too. I always think about that. In fact, speaking of Jason and thongs, one thing, if you guys want a little giggle, those of you who are fairly new to us, go back and check out last year's Halloween live.
Oh,
that is a good time.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away. You guys can have fun checking that out. That's a good one for some buttered popcorn and just kick back, And I told the mister over here, I'm like, what do we do this year? Because that was so much fun coming up with for our live. But yeah, if you guys have the time, check out that one. That was fun doing that one for sure. For sure. Is the green monster still there? Do you mean the cyclone? Is that the green monster? Would that be your only green monster? Beside the streak in your underwear?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Is that you thinking about the cyclone? Oh, Ken, let me tell you. One of the guys who last week came back to buy the cyclone. See, Ken, even I know it's the cyclone. Last Sunday, he had to run out, and a landscaper came to buy a lawnmower, and he was interested in the cyclone. Ken, it took all that I had in me. He was looking at it. I'm like, you like that, don't you? You really like that. And I had to stop myself because I'm like, the way I sounded for a minute because I was so dang excited. because he was checking it out. He was talking to his little compadre over there, like, yeah, this is nice. Yeah. And I'm like sitting there like, you like it, don't you? You really want that, don't you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Christina, like rein it in a little bit here, like calm down. And then I had to like remind myself the thing does not run. If I knew that he wouldn't like dump me in the backyard in a hole, I literally would have been like, either throw me $100 and it's yours, just like take it away, or like I don't even know or give me your best price and you just cart it away. Like, but I think he would have lost his mind. Like, I think he really has high hopes he's going to get this thing going still. I don't know what we're waiting on.
I just have to put a carburetor on it and just go through the entire machine.
And we've been through this already. Don't anyone say, Mrs., let this be your next repair. The answer is no, no, and 20 times over, no. We are not doing a recoil and a battery, and then now I'm going to fix a cyclone. Like, there is a big N-O attached to that one. I love you guys.
I have the cyclone in part, so she wouldn't know what to do.
No, thank you. Baldio says 21 watching. We're up to 31 now. No, I don't know what the thumbs up are, but we love you. And remember, you know my theory. You guys don't have to come. We want you here, but get the thumb up. I have, Mr. Palmer. Palmer says, I have a grass trimmer, aka weed whacker, that I bought back in 2014, and it's still running well. Gotta love it, right?
Well, people like him who are professionals, they usually take care of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, plead the fifth. Nope.
It kills him, Iron Duke. It will kill him. Yeah, you just keep giggling there, Paul. I see who you're slowly sliding with, Paul. Jen, that's his wife, right? Jen, Feel free to give him a swift kick. We have to remain united here, Jen, before we lose all alliances, please.
Jason, remember what's hers. What's hers.
Ray, you are a very smart man. Did I ever tell you that? A very, very smart man. Everybody give Ray McCarty a thumbs up, whether he has a channel or not.
But you just can't let it you can't let it go so easily. You gotta fight. And that's how I look at it. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. You gotta fight.
What do we have here? Mrs. P needs a medal. Mr. P needs a medal. You see what automatically came out of my mouth there? Jamie? Him? I need one. Do you see what I have to put up with on a regular basis? Like, sincerely. Listen, I work with little people all day who are the soul of my being. And I tell them all day, every day, you are my little rock stars. But then I have to, no matter how hard I work and how much I sell, you know what I have to still turn around and tell him? You are my little rock star. You are my little rock star. Yes, you are. The sun, moon, and stars revolve around you.
I wish I could.
Every day. Yes. What I deal with. Oh, God, give me strength.
Click on here.
Yep, he has a lot of stuff. Ken says Jason has special needs. That's why Chris keeps studying up. You know what, Ken? You need a doctorate for some of the things I'm starting to encounter at this point. So hence where that needed to come from. Mondo Mowers. Mondo, I have to say, I know how busy you are, man. So the fact that you are popping through tonight, we really, really appreciate it. He says winter is the best time to buy lawnmowers.
Of course.
True. Are we storing them at your Florida abode? We'll have the tractor trailer bring them down your way. Mondo, how are you doing, bud? I know like you must be swamped. So we really appreciate you being here. Oh, wow. Backyard garage. I'm from central Massachusetts. So yeah, you definitely get snow. Do you like to tinker, or are you into small engines? Like, do you wrench yourself backyard? Are you just like an enthusiast, or are you just here learning, or enthusiast? I'm always so curious. I had such high hopes this season to get up to Salem. That's like on my little check off to-do list, and it is just kind of swamped. Our next little trip, I want to get over back. We love Newport. And I want to see the lights for the holidays. So that'll be like end of November, beginning of December for us.
I told you to cancel the trip.
You already made that promise. So
I did not.
I'll bring you with your eyelashes attached to the vehicle.
Someone here, we could do a giveaway, a weekend getaway in Rhode Island with you.
Oh, gee, you're so kind. Now you just made me lose my place with backyard. The quote was from used cars. Oh, so we have to check out used cars now. That's on the to-do list. Per se.
I knew it was coming.
Those lawn and garden tractors are addictive. You can't have just one. And I'm
yes. So
and I like
very,
baggers.
very true. So as you guys seen on Henry's channel, Henry posted a video today. There is no part 1 to. We didn't even finish the series for our grade garden tractor. That will probably be the end of that. Will probably be launched this weekend, and then at some point this week we will launch the new lawn tractor. And if you guys seen in the last 2 lives that we did this week, well, my pop-up live on Wednesday and then her live on Thursday, you guys already got a hint of what our 2K tractor package is. Some of you guys who know us locally or follow us on what we sell, you guys know exactly what it is. Henry uploaded a video today where he helps me unload it off my truck before we started to do our thing. Now, I am so, you guys watch Henry's video, you guys could understand why I'm so far behind and why I'm so stressed. So there is no part 1 to that, but you go see Henry's video and you could see what the tractor in all its glory and a few other things that you guys have never seen at Pate's performance. And then we could circle back on that another time. But yeah, so they are addicting. And I'll say this over and over and over again. You know, we always said before that the bigger the prize, the bigger the machine, the bigger the paycheck. And, you know, the paydays for the Pate's Performance Way has been, you know, very, very good for us. And it's really hard to ignore. And yeah, it is addicting, stressful. Because these lawn tractor buyers are people I have never seen or dealt with before. And you guys seen on my live, and I appreciate you guys. She was working and tutoring, so I couldn't talk to her. So I just needed to talk to somebody. You guys are my talk to. That guy obviously did not buy the lawn tractor. So he came, we got all excited. He showed up super early. And I literally just closed the door on the garage. Thank God. And he pulled up. So she was tutoring, so I couldn't tell her, like, somehow, some way, like, text her, like, yo, turn on the camera, you know? And I just couldn't do it. So I tried turning my phone on video and setting it down. But I guess with my iPhone, because I'm low on storage or whatever, after a while, the phone will stop videoing. I think. I don't know. So I didn't get the whole thing. So his story didn't jive from what he told me to when he called me 8 o'clock at night saying that he was no longer interested in the tractor. So he drove about an hour away to get here. And again, in his SUV, not prepared to buy anything. And his story was that he has a Troy built, and he said the motor cracked in half. Now, knowing what we know now, when a motor cracks in half, we automatically know with the Troy built that it's a Kohler Courage. The Courage has lost its courage. So he's like, okay. And he kept comparing his Troy built to our tractor. And I'm like looking at him like, dude, I had a Troy built with the Kohler Courage. This is a nicer tractor. And I didn't want to say that. It's none of my business. But he was getting to the point that if he kept bringing it up, I would have pulled the same line with the other guy. I'm like, stop bringing up your Troy built. If it was such a good tractor, it would be running and you wouldn't be here because your Troy built is a POS. That's why you're here. So he didn't like that the bags on the tractor that we have now are hard plastic and not the mesh bags. Now, I think those mesh bags would fit in the bins that we have. You just take out the hard plastic ones and you put those ones in. But I'm not going to say that. So I says, you know what? I says, looking online when we did our research, because he asked if you were negotiable, and I said no. And I says, I did our research before we posted it. There's really nothing out there. But some of the tractors, they all kind of look the same to me. I don't know what I'm looking at. And, he's like, yay. So long story short, his tractor, crack block, he's buying this for his daughter's house so he could continue to cut her grass. I think she's on an acre or so, give or take a little bit. So obviously we agreed to our asking price at $2,000. And he was getting a hitch put on, supposed to be today. He was supposed to pick this up today. He was getting a hitch put on at 3 o'clock at U-Haul, and then he was going to go from U-Haul and rent a 10-foot trailer and come here. So I says, hey, man, listen, leave me a deposit, and you could start taking things back. Oh, no. I'd rather just come with the trailer. Maybe I could fit X, Y, and Z in my car. And I'm like, so I just told this, I started joking around. I'm like, I says, this is Tetris for adults. I said to his wife, whatever you guys feel best. And he says, okay. And so then he says, we have a deal. And we shook hands.
Which really bothers me because his generation should know what a handshake means, but whatever.
So then 8 o'clock at night, my phone rings and I didn't pick up. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's him. I call him back. And he says, I showed my daughter the picture of the tractor and she's afraid to drive something like that. I'm like, you just told me that you were going to, you know what? Forget it. It's okay, man. Goodbye. We're good. And then lo and behold.
So you know how this works. What I always tell you.
Forget. How about this? Somebody else comes along.
You know my theory. I've said this before. When something happens,
he's a repeat offender.
When something happens and the mister is disappointed by someone, I don't like seeing him disappointed.
Oh,
so I immediately try to come to the rescue and I try to figure out if there's a will is a way. So I don't like counting my chicks before they're hatched, but we'll see what happens. Tomorrow could be the day. And
he wanted the Troy built, right? That was the one with the attachments, and you're like, no, there isn't.
I'm not sure. I'm in the middle of something. But long story short, it's been a fruitful week. Last Sunday, a $600 snowblower. Then this past Wednesday, $400 snowblower. In between those 2 days, $200 lawnmower. Then we had in between a surprise today. I thought it was my tractor guy that I was talking to. And again, while we're both working, for me, I'm all about work. So you're going to catch me if I have to go to the bathroom or if it's a designated time that I have lunch or et cetera, or after work. So it's really hard to negotiate. So I'm very, very blunt, very clear in my negotiations. I've said this to you guys before. You saw my last video. I am very, go back to the line, please. I am very cut and dry about the machine, reading the ad. It's been serviced. I get down to, so where the mister just has to go to where they meet and they bring the money. And today I was very pleasantly surprised that I was able to also work out. We had a snowblower for $550 and winner.
That's amazing.
I said to the mister, I said, get ready. I said, I got a snowblower sale for you lined up. So we were able to, we were able to go ahead and get that deal made. What I will say, I see some friends in the chat. We are getting there. Snoopy, honey, Snoopy's RC. We love you, baby. We just haven't gotten down there yet. We're moving along. Now, I will say this. So today was the $550. Yes, tractors without a doubt make the big bucks, 1,000%, 1,000%. But I will tell you, we have some heavy hitter snowblowers. We have an $800, $700, $600, $550. Last Sunday was a $600. Today was a $550. I am firm on every one of them. So there's no negotiating, none. He came home today. What my first question to him was, did you get the $550? I don't want a penny less. When I send someone down to him, I want exactly what we sent the person there for. Right now, I'm in the middle of talking to someone on either they're going to take the $700 or a $500 one we have. And I'm also waiting to hear back from someone about our $800 one. If we can go ahead and we can seal the deal on a $700 one and an $800 one also, and also the tractor. I mean, listen, I'm not that person at all.
My shoulder hurts.
I'm not the kind of person that likes to predict what's going to happen ahead of time. I don't believe in that kind of karma. But listen, whatever God believes is supposed to happen, I just believe that, you work hard, you put good out into the universe. I will tell you this, guys and gals, it's been a fruitful week. But as I told you on last Sunday's live, was it Saturday? Saturday. This is important. Hold on. Last Saturday, I made a comment to all of you, and I mean this wholeheartedly. So this is really important for you to hear, because, and for those of you who don't think it's important, let me know if you sold a $600 snowblower, a $400 one, a $200 lawnmower, and possibly, yes, it is, because some people will say, "Oh, I don't need to hear this." Last Saturday, I said to all of you that one of the things I'm a firm believer in is working hard, having good morals, values, but also, and I believe Maddie Olson had jumped in also on this one, and I love Maddie Olson. You just have to do good by other people. Don't ask them if they need help. Just do good things for people. And all this past week, I literally, no matter how busy I was, whether it was at work, with our family, I scattered goodness, whether it was doing something kind, saying something kind, making sure people were okay. And I didn't expect anything in return, other than literally if someone could say a thank you. And I do believe at the end of the day, those things come full circle. Those things don't go unnoticed. So you know what? When we sit here and Patty's performance is doing so well, I don't think it's by accident. I really don't. I really don't. So just think about that. Like if you're sitting there and you're like, if my business is not doing as well as it should, well, what are you putting into not only your business, but what are you putting into every day? Are you just filling your cup, or are you filling the cup of people around you? Remember I told you about that colleague of mine who needed help and everybody else was passing them up, but I stopped everything I was doing as much as I really didn't have the time to? This past week, I poured into family members and colleagues that literally don't pour into me. But you know what? That's okay. You know what? Because I put my head on the pillow at night and I know I've done the right thing. So here's what I'm going to tell all of you. If business is running a little slow, and now you got me saying snow. If business is slow, if you're not selling right now, if flipping is not going well, whatever it may be, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, try something a little different on the personal end. That's all. Just give it a shot. It's working. We work like dogs. I'm not going to lie. We're exhausted, but we also do a lot of giving back, and we don't expect much from anyone in return. We just literally, like I told you last week, I want to see people giving back to other people. That's what I want to see. If I help you out, please turn around and help someone else out. If you're a family member and I do something kind for you, please turn around and do something kind for another family member. If I'm a friend and I lend you an ear or a hand, please do the same for another friend. If you're another renter and you're stuck and someone helps you out, how about you help out another renter when they're stuck? Like, this is kind of how like good karma and the world kind of keeps going around. And I don't know, give it a whirl, but something tells me that things will take a good change for you for the better. So that's just Mrs. Pate's words of wisdom for this week. If I'm wrong, let me know. But something tells me give that a shot for a week even. And something tells me that next Saturday at the live, you'll have some positive stories to shed back in on my ear at least. And Ken, I don't want you to think that went unnoticed. Kenny, another truly deserving channel. Ken Small Engine Repair. Good people deserve great things, and congratulations on your 2,000. So well deserved. A good guy who shows up for everybody. So I am so proud of you, and congratulations. Well earned. Christmas party. Well, we definitely always do our Christmas house tour. And we definitely, we'll put on some kind of Christmas shindig here.
We always do.
Let's work on Halloween first, because I'm still like a little stumped. But I don't know what we're gonna do for that first. Bald Eagle says, I just picked up a John Deere L120 on my way home from work today for nice $350. Runs and cuts great with 360 hours on it. Just needs some love. Time to start buying for next spring. Very nice.
So my whole thing is we're still selling tractors. The leaves are kind of starting to fall, but even if it's not in season, put it up for sale, because we sold lawnmowers in winter. Just because someone's always looking for something, whether they want to get a good deal on it or not. It's entirely up to if you want to price out something or not. But we always have something up for sale, even if it's in season or not. Because if you don't shoot your shot, you don't put yourself out there, you don't put your hook in the water, you don't know what you're going to catch. And what does it cost you to put that machine up for sale? Nothing but time. You can just let it sit, and then when season comes, just delete the ad and refresh so it looks like a brand new post. So that's what we do here. So I would definitely, that's an awesome JDL 120. I don't know the parameters on that. Is that a true John Deere? Is that a Home Depot John Deere? I mean, in my opinion, John Deere green brings the green no matter what. People just see the green in there, just like, it's a John Deere, I gotta go buy it. Oh, take my money. And that's exactly what we do here. Sorry. What else? What else? Barnyard's Garage, how are you? Hope all is well.
Someone please educate me, because it's been a while. I know when I was obsessed with the John Deere ride-ons, I know I had done like a little bit of homework on, like, they have like a model. I'm going to get this wrong. It's not John Deere 350 or something. Like, I know I'm wrong on that one. But there's like a model that like is like one of their most popular.
You'll be your only trick-or-treater.
Kenny, I would be the person to give you like the whole bowl of candy if you showed up, for sure. But what are you going to dress? My mother's rule was you always had to have a costume. If the big kids came without a costume, she did one of these. Like, nope, got to have a costume.
You have So 6 obviously, riders. So you try.
Space.
So you have one. You have space. So if we had 6 riders, I would not put up 6 riders for sale. I would probably put 2 up for sale, but they'd have to be at different price points and ranges. I would never, and I do the same thing with snowblowers. We had snowblowers in different price points, and today, I'll be honest with you, we sold that Troy built that I posted on Instagram for $550. That is the most we have ever sold a Troy built 24 10-4. And I only put it up for $550 because we already had snowblowers in the $500 range. But the snowblowers in the $500 range were gray and not resale red. And son of a, you know what? That freaking Troy built sold. Crazy.
Rich, I know what you mean by this, and I think I just wet my pants laughing. Touche. I like your humor. Oh, you guys are, so it's the John Deere 3. Okay, it wasn't the 350. I was in the 300s though.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The
Thank you, Iron Duke too.
318s are run very rampant. They're the flat style nose. I like them a lot. But I think the two that I've seen had cracked hoods. So I don't understand why John Deere praises all this quality, but I see a lot of John Deeres with the front ends blown out. I mean, the whole thing of the hood.
You see a lot of people selling just the hoods.
And it's very disappointing in my opinion. That's it.
So on Long Island, if you need a hood for a John Deere, boy, oh boy, you're in luck. People sell those all the time on OfferUp, and the seats too. Thomas, that's actually that's a solid question. We really have a nice John Deere, but it needs a full. You would call that a full restoration?
It does not need a full restoration, but I would love to do it. We could get that thing running.
She'd be beautiful.
I already had it running, but I want to redo it. I want to do it my way. But we could definitely modify the impeller on it and use it as is. But that machine deserves.
She's pretty though. She's really beautiful.
She would just let me put a V-twin on.
I gotta be honest, Thomas. I don't know if he feels the same way about this, but that's one I don't want to give up. Like I know we're an Arians family here, but restored or not, like you wouldn't want to sell that, right? Like we keep that one, right?
You made me freaking drive all the way out of state for that thing, so no, we're not getting that.
Yeah, we'll keep her. Bald Eagle says is that I or 1? How would I read that
That's
one?
L.
I'm sorry, I don't have contacts or glasses on right now. Is a big box mower. The mid 2000s, it was a $2,000 mower new. Holy
yeah, so that's a lot. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a mid 2000s lawnmower.
Wow.
I mean, listen, I'm full disclosure. I even said it on my live. Listen, lawn tractors are out of stock here on Long Island. If you'd like to buy a brand new lawn tractor, it's $2,000 or $2,200, $2,500. Got to go on Lowe's, got to go on Home Depot. Anything below that is sold out. So what we're doing is we're kind of hedging our own bets. We're inflation. Companies are raising their prices for inflation. And a lot of us who work for a company, we're not getting raises. So this is our way of trying to get a raise and seeing how far we could push our prices and see where they go. And you could always go backwards in negotiation. I think I have never successfully gone forward. So, we're hedging our bets. And if someone makes an offer, we'll take it. But right now, like I said, we're holding our firm on 2K. And, we did our due diligence before we put it up for sale. There's nothing else out there.
No, not with all the attachments and everything.
Yes. Yeah, and I honestly think the key to success to this build is 1, our touch, 2, our ad, 3, the caliber of lawn tractor, and, the attachments that come with it. And we always talked about what can we do? What can we do to a lawn tractor to increase its value, get a great return on investment, that we do something to the lawn tractor and it increases the value of it, and expedite the selling process. Now, for us, every lawn tractor that we fixed and flipped or restyled and put it up for sale has been a different experience. None are really the same. I think maybe 2 have been the same, but every buyer is different. And it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. It's very, I'm out of my element selling a lawn tractor, number 1. Number 2, because we don't have space, I feel that there's some sort of pressure. Number 3, we're going up against someone who does really, really well with tractors. When it comes to the smaller stuff, where we're the best.
We're the best in the game. I'm sorry. I'll say it. It's not a cocky thing. It's not.
We're the best in town.
Yeah.
So we can throw ourselves around a little bit. With lawn tractors, it's very, very tough for us to push some weight on there. But in the end, I consider us, successful, and I think, we're doing well. And next year, who knows what will bring us next year because we'll have a few tractors under our belt and we'll be comfortable. And I don't think.
I think this was a good learning process.
How about this?
Learning curve.
I put up a lawnmower, snowblower for sale. I'm like, all right, whatever. I put up a lawn tractor for sale. I'm like giddy. Like, we like, hey, did anybody like,
But the thing is too, like, to be honest, like, listen, there's always an adrenaline rush even selling a snowblower. You know what I'm saying? Like the adrenaline rush is still there. And I'll be honest, the adrenaline rush for me is when we sell these $600, $700, $800 snowblowers. Like, I still get excited about selling anything above 500. The bottom line is, though, we know selling snowblowers like the back of our hand at this point. I mean, really, there's no great science to selling a snowblower. But the tractors, it's different. I'm always waiting for that question, or we're up against a market of people who do this on the island, who have been doing it longer than we have. But it's like I said it on the last live. Everything has a formula. We're learning the formula. We're figuring out what works. And I almost don't consider this our first year of selling tractors. I consider this our first year of figuring out the formula, like figuring out what sells, figuring out what people want, learning a little bit of the game, learning our competition. It's kind of like how we did lawnmowers and snowblowers and everything else. I know I do. That's kind of how I work business in my other realms of life. I check out the competition. I really know my work and I get really good at it. And I want to be better than everyone else. And that's how I do well. So I think going into next year with tractors, I really think that, we're going to hone in on this. And I think, you should only grow. I think that's like the natural progression. If you're going backwards, you're doing something wrong. So that's just personal thought. Nando, I have a question because I'm always so intrigued by this. The repairs that you're seeing in Florida compared to where you were before up here on the, more the Northeast, what are you seeing a lot of down there? Like, what are your most popular repairs that you like there's a never ending supply of this repair?
I feel like carb cleans aren't popular in Florida because you guys are always in season. Wrong or right?
Yeah.
What's up, Sams? How are you?
Hey.
Your Puerto Rican Porsche.
This guy. Kenny says the newer JX300, X350s ride like a Cadillac, doing a service on one tomorrow. Really cool. What do those bad boys go for?
So the Sabres are really expensive. We had one here. And it has that automatic electronic deck. It's a crazy stuff, man.
Yuck.
I got a John Deere Sabre on it. So is the Sabre before Scott's, like the John Deere Scott's? Like, how John Deere has like an off-brand? Is the John Deere Sabre an off-brand before they went to Scott's?
Sabre is nice. Sabre's nice, like STX38. When you start getting electronics like that, it just sounds like ka-ching, ka-ching. Like, am I wrong on that? JD318 was a $5,000 plus mower in the late 80s, early 90s. They still bring 2,500 to 3,000.
I think the 318, some of them come with diesels.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Now, were these popping up around here often for sale or not?
There is remember there's a flat panel.
Because when I'm not looking for something, I'm not observant of it. So you kind of look at everything. So.
Yep. So a John Deere 318 is potentially one of the tractors you might be looking at. I can't wait to get my hands on one if we do. It has the white bag. Can't wait to put it all black and just put our twist on it. We're gonna break a couple of hearts with it, but we'll see. We know what we've done to the mowers. And people haven't made a big deal about it. So we're going to see what happens to the lawn tractors and go from there.
See, Kenny's talking about lower in the chat, the John Deere 350. Kenny, that was the one that I was researching. Kenny says that $3,500 for a new X350. Shouldn't have figured I'd champagne taste.
Yeah, see, look, so that's disgusting.
Hold on one second. Will says, I have a nice Arian 724E, got it for $120 over the winter.
So it's funny, you want to hear
just
something?
needed belts
So
and
part of
also
that project
service.
pile is we got a free Arian 724E over the winter. The person got rid of it because the electric start wouldn't work no more. So we ended up getting new belts for it, and I think I have an electric start for it, and we're just going to put a twist on it and put it up for sale. Due to this nonsense of what you want to call is going on, prices for certain things have gone up. Tire chains for us are to the point where we're not looking to get a return on investment on them. So I was concerned to a certain extent about getting top dollar for machines, and clearly these past couple of weeks hasn't been a big deal. I do have one machine for sale right now. I would love to put tire chains on, but it's just not going to happen. And the machine will sell as is without it for the full $800 that we are asking for. But I would love to. If I can get the tire chains at the prices we were getting last year or a few years before, 110%. Even if I broke even, I'd still put them on just to make that machine pop and stand even more. Remember, we paint those wheels black. And guess what? Those nice shiny tire chains will really, really set it off. And then you advertise that as a traction package.
Iron Duke says, even the vintage John Deere 110, 112 tractors had the fiberglass hoods, while the vintage Cub Cadets were pretty much all metal.
And that's why I want to double down on saying that if we ever do leave this home or we ever expand here, I definitely want to get an old school Cub Cadet, 110%.
Sam says, you do great work fixing them.
Thank you.
Ray says, Ken Small Engine, even Jack Small Engines have parts supply problems. Having to wait on gaskets, first time from them that I had to wait.
So Jack's, we've done business with Jack's in the past. I feel that their shipping time's a little bit slower compared to other vendors like e-replacement parts. But no matter what, eBay is our go-to. eBay is number one. And if they don't have it, we'll look elsewhere. And I think you guys are entirely up to you. You guys should be doing the same. I mean, you guys should always be putting yourself first. I understand that we do have some commitment to certain vendors. Like we have a commitment to Pro Parts Direct when it comes to Red Maxes. Best in the game, hands down. They do other things. Unfortunately, they are not the cheapest. And for us, it's all about the bottom line. That's what we have to do.
I'm sorry. Thomas says, Stop and Shop are already talking about going on strike in February and March. It's everybody has to do what they have to do for their contracts. It's just such a shame that we're right now, not to get political.
Union, you're in a brotherhood. You guys are all in this together.
You gotta
what it is.
Do it together.
Don't break that line.
Yeah, it's getting worse too.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
It's the time for a good time. How are you, Paul? Thank you for joining us.
Hi, we love you, Chris. Paul, thank you. Mwah. Cousin kisses to you and the missus. Kaiser Dog says, mine is a 42-inch with a 13.5 intake with the backup pull start.
Oh wow!
Look at you, you show off.
You have to convert.
Nice. You're just saying hello. Stop and Shop already talking about going on strike in February. The union I can't get into too much about it, but there's a lot of unions without contracts right now, and right now the presidency we have is not pro-union, so just something to mention. Prime for a Good Time says most people are going to wait until they see snow.
So
Chris, you came in here late, honey.
So the snowblower I sold when the guy came from Queens. Okay, so we have been. All right, so the Craftsman self-propelled lawnmowers, that self-propelled snowblowers that you guys aren't a fan of.
Hey, Mattio, how are you doing?
It's just self-propelled, El Manuel reverse with the plastic transmission. A lot of you guys don't like them. I think they're great. It is what it is, right? With a modified impeller, they're something to be. They're a good contender. And we sell them like hotcakes at the $350 price point all season long, in and out of season. This year, we raised our prices. like everything else and everybody else. They can do it. Why can't we? So we put them up for 400. Our first one that we sold for 400 had the LED light and a modified impeller. That LED light cost us $12. So we installed that for $12, and we had a great return on investment. So we sold that for $12. We got 50 out of it. So we more than doubled our money on that. I think that's a great return on investment. For me, that's entirely up to you how you want to do that. Now, don't forget we bought that off eBay, so we get eBay bucks. Now we pay with a credit card, so then we get money on top of that through the credit card. So this $12 light turns into something else. That sold, and I had another one just like it, but didn't have the provisions, didn't have the stator output to accept the light. Put it up for 400 anyway. And within 2 days, that thing was sold. The person came all the way from Queens, and his exact words was, after last year, bleep that, start that with an F, I'm not shoveling snow ever again. And he bought it. Guy who came today for the Troy build, that is a $500 snowblower all year round. And if you go on our Instagram, you'll see what I posted. You guys will see. It's a Troy build 2410, with our touch. That is a $500 snowblower, no problem. That is what I would sell it now for. We have other snowblowers at 500. Says, let me try 550 because it's resale red. Maybe if someone wanted to negotiate, we would take 500 because that's fair market value. A guy came, paid us 550. His exact words were, I am never shoveling snow ever again after last year. Last year, blank, sucked. Okay. And that's been kind of sort of the underlying undertone of all the snowblowers that we're selling. We got hit hard last winter. Last winter, if you did not have a snowblower, sucked or cost you a lot of money. There were people that we do snow removal for. They would have actually saved money if they would have bought a snowblower from us. And there were some people that would have saved money if they would have bought a snowblower brand new. So, but then again, you have to store the machine, maintain it, the whole line. So sometimes it's not the face value of the machine, and it's peace of mind that you actually have to go out and do it.
Depending on your area, some people just do not want to go out and do it, which is their prerogative. So, and we're happy to serve you.
So I just had someone today, because we've been selling faster than we could actually imagine, knock on wood, amongst everything else. Somebody messaged me for the $400 snowblower, and they says, we have a few snowblowers. I see you have a few snowblowers for sale. Why don't we come check them out? And I says, well, we have snowblowers right now between $500 and $800. What are you looking for in a snowblower, and what's your budget expectations? It's easier to do a lawnmower garage sale. It's hard to do a snowblower garage sale. And this lady's like, oh, I wanted to spend $4. So why would you come and check snowblowers out if you only know you want to spend $4? So I said, well, listen, we're at a $400 snowblower. It's between $5 and $8. And she says, oh, so we're not going to be doing that. And she's gone. But then she said, listen, if you come across another machine for $400, let us know. So we're going to add her to the list and go from there. So now that we know we have somebody guaranteed for a sale, I don't mind paying a little bit more within reason. That's a guaranteed sale. So why would you pass up the money?
Yeah.
Because they might be waiting for a $400 snowblower from you, but what makes you think they're not looking at it from someone else?
Aww.
So we don't mind paying a little bit more to get the deal done. But after a certain while, as time expires, then we're just going to have to let that
Rick.
go.
It's good to have you. We love you as much as you love our videos. Speaking of,
so that's where our conversation kind of with Chris.
As I know you guys have mentioned this before, even at the last live about driveway sales. I want to mention that.
And we raised our prices beginning of October on 2 machines.
I want to mention driveway sales because the missus actually had someone reach out the other day on 3 mowers. So that I am not a fan of having someone come to the house. I won't do the driveway garage sale, and it's actually for a just hold on because it's really one person didn't like that either that you do that. It's for 3 different lawnmowers. So I know their budget, and I basically said to them on Sunday, you need to choose the one that you want, and I will give them the meeting spot that we're going to meet the buyer. And he goes, well, I want to see all 3. And I said, well, your budget is this, and the machines cost this. So you need to tell me which machine that you want to see, because this one's out of your budget. you don't have the budget for this one. So it looks like you're leaning towards these two. So you're going to tell me which one you're taking, and that's what I'll meet you with on that day. So, you know, I don't do this cat and mouse game with people. You make a decision. They have all the literature that's written up in the ad. They can read it through. They can do all their homework. But this whole game of, you know, I'm going to sit here and shop the mowers, it goes back to a buyer that we had. It was an older gentleman, which I have to tell you, he was on the channel, and it really left a bad taste in my mouth. You know,
we did well on that, no matter what.
And I have to be honest with you, I'd expect this from like a young kid, who maybe doesn't know like proper etiquette and ways to deal with things. But you know, his behavior during that sale, and then he knew where we lived when he just didn't feel like owning the machine anymore. You don't handle things that way. And at the end of the day, I won't do the driveway sales with people because of that. I know the quality of the equipment. And that gentleman, there was nothing wrong with the machine either. He was just returning because he didn't feel like owning it anymore. And that's just not the way it works. This is not like Lowe's or Home Depot. So I do have another sale on Sunday, and this gentleman was fine with saying, okay, I'll see you on Sunday, and on Sunday morning, I'll let you know which machine that I'm deciding on. And he's fully aware that whichever one he decides on, that is the firm price. So, you know, people, when you tell them that these are your rules and outline for what you're doing, they're either going to accept it or not. And the truth is, when they can't walk into Lowe's right now and buy a lawnmower, and if you see in our area, there are not a ton of lawnmowers for sale, if any, that are fully serviced and etc. Guys and gals, you can kind of, you run what you're doing the way you want to run it, and people are going to have to choose to follow if they want what they want. So I feel good about just being upfront and honest with people. So there's that.
Okay. So there are snowblowers in retail stores, and they even had, yes. So Scott Keller would know about this. On an Arians forum, someone said that they went to go buy a snowblower. They ran the model and serial number, and it's last year's. And the guy was kind of upset about it. I'm like, well, snowblower technology doesn't change, number one. Number two, you better save your receipt at this point, because even though it's last year's model, warranty starts from date of purchase. If you lose your receipt, then you go and buy a serial number, and you're going to lose out on a year or two, because that snowblower could have been made the year before and then released into the wild. So you got to keep careful with that. I mean, I believe there's honestly nothing wrong with that. Some people have to have the new doohickeys. You know, people are going crazy over the LED lights on the new Arians. And you guys know us, you know, I'll go well and love me on for the doohickeys. LED lights don't belong on a snowblower. They don't emit enough heat to remove the snow and slush that gets on there with us, because we're driving around. Those lights get covered the first thing. But as soon as we start running the machines, the halogen light will warm up and melt everything away.
Yeah, there's a place for everything.
There's a place for everything. So I don't believe in LED lights on a snowblower. But some people want to have them. At work, we had people who had plows, and they came in and they were like, we need to rip these things off the truck. Put something else on, please. Anything.
LEDs are really cute with some flurries.
So
but
LEDs,
you see some of our videos where you see us really getting out there with some real hail-like winds. Guys and gals, those LEDs aren't going to do stugats when you're sitting there and the snow. There's in the one video, the mister's like brushing off the machine, and we've got like the nice lights, and the snow's just hitting down on us as we're trying to clear out. That's not going to do anything.
LEDs will work on a car because you also have the engine temps coming and warming them up. So that's also different. You don't have that with the snowblower with the LED being anywhere. There's no heat clearing off that light or helping you remove that ice and snow. I do have some Rob using an app. Okay. Most of the good storms have gone down to your area and avoided us up north for the year past or so. So like I said, so this year, we're predicted to have a horrible winter, and a lot of people are catching on to that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're grateful no matter what, and we're not prepared, but we are.
We're prepared personally, for sure. That's like without a doubt. But on the level of, you know what it is? I think the mister is constantly going back to, you remember about 2 years ago when we didn't have anything for a few years in a row? We had stockpile. We had over 30 something snowblowers. So he is constantly going back to those days. We're in a different situation now. You know, it's times are different. But let's be honest, like we cranked out just now 3 snowblowers in 1 week. You know, and the potential of 2 more this week. Like,
disgusting.
It's a good week. And you know, speaking of snowblowers, I want to address, you skipped over Rich.
Sorry.
Rich, do you notice some snowblowers for sale less than yours and see they sell faster, or is there not much for sale? I know others won't be as clean and nice. Rich, it's not even a confidence boost, like for us to say it. I'll be honest, I just said this to Jason before the live, because, you know, we're always scoping out like what's available. And the truth is there's like garbage available. And the ones that are available right now, people are asking like 800, 1,000. I even saw right before the live, someone has one. I mean, I'm glad they feel real good about their snowblower, but there was one for 1,400 that like, typically people sell their lucky for like 700, 800. I'm like, dude, I'm glad you love your machine. And then the ones that are available, like it needs a boatload of work.
There have been a couple of fair price snowblowers.
But we need the smaller ones right now. So not the babies, but like 22s, 24s.
There are some fair deals out there that I am trying to get to a price point where we could resell them. And those fair deals aren't selling, but ours are. And our snowblowers are the same but different. Same, but restyled, fully serviced with the upgraded impeller. So that's what Kent Small Legends like to say is value added. So our machines have value added at a higher price, and those are selling. And I'm trying to buy those fair deals into better deals, and then we could do our twist to them. And it's kind of tough because, you know, what we do has caught on, and someone out there is buying some snowblowers at some really good prices that I can't get to during the day because we both work. So whatever we can get, you know, we're selling it, and it's a great thing. I do have one snowblower that I'm holding. Believe it or not, we were talking about LEDs. That snowblower is actually going to be on the channel. I'm going to put LED lights on there. Why? Not because of functionality, because if you look at other snowblowers for sale, they have LED lights. And that's how you modernize a new snowblower now. Make it better than what it is. Now, I'm going to do a dual LED light on there. I'm putting 2 pods on there. And how much is, remember you bought those pods? You remember how much they were?
They were $9.99
$9.99 plus tax.
Yeah, wasn't bad at all. In fact, I remember saying to him, I'm like, how many do you want me to order?
That's a phenomenal return on investment.
Yeah.
And you guys should be doing that too. Entirely up to you. Yeah. I will never put LED pods on my snowblower.
Well, don't tell too many people, because you know how that works. The more they order, the higher the price goes up.
Yes.
Most of the good storms have gone down to your area. Oh, you got this one already.
Hopefully the supercharged Hemi stays, no issues, and I'll blow snow your way. No problem.
You know, Ray, I laughed when I saw this. You know what? I'm shocked too, because Jason loves to throw an LED and as many things as he could throw an LED in. So yeah,
I am a huge fan of LED.
But he's a realist, and he's right. On a snowblower, for the most part.
No. On our snowblowers, it becomes function over form. On snowblowers for resale, it's form over function.
It's the same reason why Jason won't wear heels when he snowblows. Scott, yes, he has been saying the 4-letter word a lot. I know Scott is sensitive to that. I am sorry, Scott, the S word.
Oh, stop it.
They put LEDs in the stoplights in town, and the snow covered them. No heat. Yeah.
Same thing here.
Do not. Amen, Scott. I spent too many years working on the snow and ice equipment. Aw, you guys are sensitive. Sounds like God. Sounds like my I love you, beer me to enjoy. Your Italian friends over here. The blowers in my area are so bad I wouldn't even go. Yeah, like some of them are like, are you serious with that? Yeah, no, that's when they pull them out of their, bicycles in the shed.
But that's fine. See, like Roger McDonald, we were talking about when someone makes an offer on your machine, be like, well, listen, go buy this one then. And they're like, well, I'm not buying that. Well, then there you go.
Oh, bye, Kenny. Love you. Rick says, you guys need to drive here in Cincinnati. Mowers and snowblowers are so much cheaper than here in New York. I sell them here for big profit.
So there is a gentleman out east. He is not here. Boneyard went away. This guy, Rob Lombardi, he takes a tractor. I'm sorry. He takes a trailer and he goes out of state and he buys lawn equipment in bulk, brings them back here and resells it for profit.
LEDs are nice on riding lawnmowers. Just use a selling point. Yeah, there's definitely a place for them.
We talked about LEDs on a tractor for a great return on investment. The LEDs that I want to put on a lawn tractor is $25 for the set of bulbs. But then we talked about that there's no point in having the LEDs if there's no implement with the tractor that justifies using it at night. If we were to get a if we were to get a tractor with a snowblower or snowplow, then yes, I would do LEDs on it just because. And I would even do LEDs in the back so they could see where they're going.
Bald Eagle says, Rick, I don't even mess with snowblowers here in Cincinnati. I've been burned too many years and couldn't sell them because of no snow.
I understand.
Aww. But on that note, so he's at work early in the morning. But, at the end of the day, it's always exciting to think about the potential of the sales that could be coming up. I'm a firm believer that you certainly don't bank on them. You don't count your chicks before they're hatched.
We don't bank on lawn tractor sales. No.
You know what? I got to be honest. No sale. If you want the truth, I'll be honest.
Tractor kickers.
Even tonight, when I sent him out on the snowblower sale, I get as nervous as can be until I see him. If you want the real truth, I actually watch the cameras to see what his back trunk looks like when he's pulling in the driveway. Because I know if I see a handle, it didn't go down. But you know what? I try really hard to make sure he's got a solid sale when he goes off for the sale, down to let me know when you're 10 minutes away. So I do my best to make it, smooth sailing for him. But, we'll see. I hope that whatever, if you have a 3-day weekend, if you don't with Columbus Day Monday, if you are doing anything relaxing, if you're wrenching, if you're selling, whatever it is that you're doing this weekend, I hope that it's a good one. There's a lot of great channels with some great videos coming out and lives this weekend. Make sure you give those a watch, support the community. And as always, just thank you so much for being here and all your support with our videos this week. And hopefully we've got some exciting news coming up ahead. And just remember what I always tell you, don't ask someone if they need help, just give it. Just be a good person. And remember, most importantly, you are absolutely never alone. You are always part of the Pate's Performance family. We had some new friends tonight in the chat. Please make sure you give a subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss all the fun that's to be had here. If you had fun tonight, I know we did. We always love spending our time with you. Make sure you give a thumbs up on the way out. It means a lot to us. And be sure to catch us every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
For the most part.
For the most part. We do our best. And we'll see you on the next one. Until then,
later. Have a good night, guys.